Hi guys, good morning. Good morning everybody guys. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Good morning guys, very good morning. So let me introduce myself. So guys, whoever not speaking, you can mute yourself, please. So getting lots of disturbance. Everybody, whoever not speaking, please unmute yourself. Yeah. Whenever you speak, you can again unmute yourself, guys, so that you can talk. Yeah. And welcome to Tugasoft, guys. So myself, Amarinder. I'm the trainer here, guys. Somewhere I'm getting disturbance. So everybody mute yourself, guys. Who is that? Who is that? Ibrahim, mute yourself. You joined 3 times. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let me introduce myself. So myself Amarinder. So I am the trainer here, guys. So I have overall 10 plus years of experience into IT industry, and into trainings also almost 7 years experience, guys. I was a Linux admin initially. Since then
Hello.
itself I started giving trainings.
Oh,
Now, yes, hello guys, are you able to hear me? Can you please someone respond me? Not in the chat box, guys. So I'm
yes, sir.
expecting again. Someone joined twice, multiple times. I think Ibrahim, you joined multiple times. So make sure that you don't have any disturbance from your end. Yeah. So as I told, I have 10 years of experience. Then into trainings, I have 7 years of experience, guys. As I told, I was a Linux administrator initially. So thereafter, I switched to DevOps, guys. In DevOps, I have overall 5 years of experience again. So this is about my background. Okay. So yeah. Now, guys, uh, I want to hear from you guys. Can you please start introduce yourself? Just your name, your background. That's it, guys. Nothing. Aditya, can you please? Hi, Aditya.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. Can you please introduce yourself, Aditya? Just your name
My
and your
name is
background.
Sir. Aditya Narayan Panda.
Your background?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Aditya, I can hear you. Your background?
BTech completed mechanical engineering.
Oh, you completed BTech and you want to start your IT career, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, next, Divya. Hi, Divya.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hi,
Yeah,
myself
good.
Priya. Myself Priya. I completed the BTech in 2019, and I'm doing the job in HCL. So I want to learn to switch my Java to DevOps.
Okay. So next,
Um,
G Kumar. G Kumar. So guys, be ready with your turn for your turn. Okay. So because quickly we can complete the introduction part. Yeah, Kumar, are you able to hear me? Okay. Next, Harshad. Hi, Harshad.
Yeah, hi. My name is Arshad, and I have 6 years of experience in automation testing, and I want to switch to the uh, DevOps opportunity.
Okay, good. Yeah. Next, Ibrahim.
Hello, good morning. My name is Ibrahim.
Yes.
I'm pursuing degree. I'm in final year.
Okay, good. So you want to learn DevOps. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, Manohar. Okay. Next, Srija.
Myself, Srija. I'm doing a front end job, and I want to learn AWS.
Okay,
That-
good. So next, Mohammed. Maybe Mohammed and Pasha, you joined without speakers here. It's showing no speaker for you. I'm not sure whether you're able to hear me or not. Hi, Nirmala.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, myself Nirmal Maharana.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And I am completed my BTech in mechanical engineering.
Okay, good. So yeah, next. And Pradeep and Prashanti, you also I don't see speakers icon for you. I don't know whether you're able to hear me or not. Hi Preetham.
Hi, sir. Myself Preetham Patra, and
Okay,
currently I am doing my BTech on computer science, and this is my
okay,
final year.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
so uh, I am a Java developer, and with Java, I want to learn DevOps.
Oh, that's great. Okay, sure. Next. So Rudra Narayan.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Good morning,
Good morning.
sir. Myself, Rudra Naranachari.
Okay,
Um, I am from Orissa, Barampur, and
okay,
I am completed my BTech in mechanical
okay.
as a fresher,
Mhm.
and 2 years experience in Bajaj Auto Limited, but Pune Chakan.
Okay,
Okay, sir. That I got.
okay. So next, SR Reddy.
Hi sir, my name is S.R. Reddy. I done my BTech in civil engineering in
Mm-hmm.
the year of 2018 passed out.
Okay,
I want to learn AWS with DevOps.
okay, great. Yeah, next,
Okay, thank you.
Sai. Hi, Sai. Okay, next, Sanket. Hi, Sanket. Sanket, are you there? Okay, next, Srivalli.
Hi, sir. Good
Yeah,
morning.
hi,
I'm
Srivalli.
Srivalli.
Yeah,
I'm working in HCL Technology,
okay,
and I want to learn about AWS.
okay, great. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for your introduction.
Sir, my
So,
name is. Before the introduction, I want to inform one thing. Can I?
yes, tell me.
I'm from non-IT background, so please take me through the beginning.
Yes, definitely, guys. So why I asked here introduction means for that purpose only. So
Okay.
definitely most of the guys are from non-IT background or else maybe completely different like maybe freshers or else IT background from for but different platform. So it doesn't matter, guys. Okay, I know the like concerns because since beginning, so even when I was Linux administrator, okay, so I was like when I like working as I was working as a Linux administrator, I felt the same thing. So I know the concerns. So who is eligible for this course, DevOps? So definitely, guys, everybody is eligible for DevOps. It doesn't matter. You are a fresher, you are a non-IT guy, you are a IT guy, but from different background, different platform. That is out of matter, guys. But maybe as a fresher, you may have less chances because obviously it's a common thing. Any technology, if you are a fresher, you may get less opportunities. But future is good, guys. With DevOps, I am sure that like future is good. So today I will show you like why DevOps is more popular nowadays. Everybody, why they are talking about DevOps. So I will explain in detail. Okay, so and also what to do, what you have to do, and what I am going to provide in my course, how my teaching way, everything I will explain in today's class, guys. So don't worry. So let me, I hope you are able to see my screen, right? Everybody. Yes, every day you will get a recordings also, guys. I will clarify all your doubts. So, guys, you can consider today and tomorrow as a demo session. Okay, so I splitted my demo into two parts, today and tomorrow, because one day you cannot make it. We cannot make it. It's So today and tomorrow we'll make it as a demo. So I'll completely clarify your doubts, guys, in today and tomorrow sessions. Don't worry. Okay, after my demo session, I'll give you time also if you want to like ask anything. And also how it will be means, guys, like every day you will get the recordings. So I have a notes also. You no need to write any notes, but still I will give some notes also. Apart from that also, I have huge notes, interview questions, documents. Okay, so again, day-to-day life, what DevOps engineer will do, that document, setup document, everything available already in my Google Drive, guys. Everything I will provide to you, whoever enroll. Don't worry about that. Yeah. What is today's agenda? As I told, how real-time environment will be. Okay, then why DevOps? Advantages. Maybe what is DevOps? DevOps advantages. Prerequisites. So guys, someone is saying that my voice is not audible. What about others?
It's clear. It's clear.
Clear, huh? So okay, good.
Yeah.
So make okay, that's great. And don't ping in the chat box, guys, because until unless I open the GoToMeeting, I cannot see your chat. Always try to speak out. If you want to say anything, you have to speak out, guys. Until unless you have some voice problem or something background noise, ping it. But don't maybe ping. So try to speak out. So prerequisites. What I am going to provide. So these are the like agenda for demo class, guys. Not only today, as I told, today and tomorrow we are going to completely see these things. We are going to work on this. And whoever already working in IT environment, maybe guys, you have to bear with me for first 15-20 minutes because we have freshers, so they may not have idea about the real time and all. First I will go ahead with like basic maybe real time environment, then after I will come to you. Okay. Okay, so guys, here I have like maybe first of all I will explain about the real time environment. As I told, what is real time environment? You may heard like someone is working in IBM, someone is working in HCL, someone is working in CTS. So what they used to do actually in real time? Why they like so why these IBM or CTS, Cognizant, these people hiring you? Okay, so because they're working for a project. What is project again? Project is nothing but some like there are different teams available: application team, database team, developer, system admin. All these people working together to develop a product, to maintain a product. So what is that product? So example, guys, let's take WhatsApp application. Okay, so because WhatsApp is a like basic nowadays, everybody using WhatsApp. What is WhatsApp, guys? Hello, guys. What is WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is a platform where you can chat with some of any of our friends, and we also can share audio, video, or anything for our entertainment. And we
Exactly,
also
you are
can
right. Exactly. So WhatsApp is a one application, mobile application. Through that we can do audio calling, video calling, group chatting, so many things, so many things you can do with WhatsApp. But how that WhatsApp is working in your mobile? Is that because of like you have WhatsApp and I have WhatsApp? You have mobile and I have mobile, so I'm able to communicate with you. So not like that, guys. Okay, it's not like you have example, this is my mobile, this is your mobile. So I have WhatsApp, I installed WhatsApp application, you installed WhatsApp application. It's not because of that like I'm able to communicate with you guys. Okay, let's take not WhatsApp, maybe youtube.com. I hope you know what is YouTube. YouTube is a like video sharing. Maybe you can see, you can watch videos, movies, songs, anything. Everything nowadays, everybody uploading maybe all the channels and all their programs, everything they are uploading to YouTube. It's a like social media. So we can watch the videos and all, any kind of video there in YouTube. So how that video is working in your laptop? So how can I see? Is that because just you have internet? Or maybe just you install YouTube, so it's working for you? What's happening in the back end, guys? Compulsory that application, guys, that application like is running the supported application, the data, the videos. Okay, so running or maybe available in the data center, guys. Every application, example WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp has its own data center, guys. So data center is nothing but big building with their own hardware. On top of it, they will maintain the application servers. Obviously, inside like on top of operating system only, they need a like application. They can install application. So here example, guys, WhatsApp is one application. So WhatsApp has multiple functionalities: audio calling, video calling. Just a minute, guys. Okay, yeah. So WhatsApp has multiple functionalities. How these functionalities working for you means in WhatsApp organization, somewhere, guys, they have their own data centers. What is data center? Data center means a big building. Their hardware will be there. Their operating systems are running there on top of the hardware. And on top of it, your applications. So example, audio calling. Okay, so this is your server. This is your servers. All different servers they will maintain, guys. Different application internally, like example, audio calling, how it is working for me, guys. They need different applications here. Internally, different applications they will use, guys. So everywhere, this many servers they will maintain. Server is nothing but operating system. On top of it, your supported application. Now, audio calling working means it's not because of your WhatsApp. You have the WhatsApp and yeah, like other person have the WhatsApp, so I'm able to talk to him. So I have application and you have application, so I'm able to communicate with you. Not like that, guys. In between, your WhatsApp server also again like involved here. WhatsApp server, that functionality purpose. So example, audio calling. That audio calling functionality, somewhere internally they are using some applications. What application is out of matter? Okay, right away. Just assume that one application. So many applications available there internally. Again, audio calling, video calling. For that also, they have some supported application running. So every project has their own data centers, guys. Example, WhatsApp project. So there they needed their products, their applications should be running. So they have the data center. So customer is connecting to these. You don't know that. Actually, when you install WhatsApp application, you will get all those settings, guys, to which server it should connect. When I do audio calling, what will happen? What should happen? To which server it should connect? The settings you will get. So when I do audio calling, first it will connect to that audio calling server. From there it will connect to you. And in same way, chatting. Example here, chatting running, chatting application running. So it will connect here. From there it will connect to you, guys. It's not because I have internet, you have internet, I have WhatsApp, you have WhatsApp. Not like that. Apart from that, in backend, your servers running, guys. Server is nothing but operating system with your application. That is called as server, supported application. What application is out of matter right away. So these servers are called as production servers. Production servers are nothing but, guys, the servers like which serves the request to customers. Now I'm able to use WhatsApp application, this audio calling, video calling means something, their data center that supported application running. Because of that, on same YouTube also, I'm able to see videos. How? Is it because of just I have YouTube application and internet? From where you are getting the videos? Again, YouTube has their own data center. They're running their like supported applications. On top of it, they are maintaining the videos. Their own data center will be there. Now in the same way, guys, they will maintain 3 data centers like that, not one. Everywhere same setup will be there, guys. Okay, they will maintain 3 data centers like that. Minimum, guys. You may have additionally also, but 3 data centers must and should. Okay, so everywhere same setup will be there. Here development. Here these are called as testing servers, and these are server called as production servers. Why do they need these servers? Again, 3 data center for the same application, same setup. Because, guys, in WhatsApp, if you see, did you receive WhatsApp with all the functionalities at beginning, initial stage, guys? When WhatsApp released into the market, what functionalities we do have in WhatsApp, guys? Are you there? Maybe if you speak out, it will be well and good, guys. Yes, tell me.
First of all, we only can chat. Then after that, some develops come to it, and we can make video call. Then after that, we can make a group video call. Now disappearing message. Some new features are coming day by day.
Exactly. So many new functionalities they are adding to my WhatsApp. So, guys, here, as I told, every project, not only I am taking WhatsApp as just an example, but I am talking about any project, same concept. They will maintain minimum 3 set of servers, guys, same setup. Okay, here also same setup, same set of servers with same application, here also, here also. Why do they need 3 setups means, as I told, this data center, this set of servers, okay, they will completely, example, we will be sitting in our office. We don't go to data center, guys. Maybe you may have seen that everybody working from laptop, your desktop, from home, from office. What they do, guys? Actually, your office is not data center, guys. Your office is just a premises where you're sitting and you're working. Okay, so example, here your teams will be there, development team, DevOps team, maybe system admin, database team, everybody will sitting here only, somewhere in high-tech city. But your data centers will be somewhere in secure location, in forest, somewhere secure location. Nobody will be allowed into data center. Only data center engineers only will be allowed. Remaining everybody will sit in our IT premises only. Example, high-tech city has a WhatsApp office. We will sit here only, guys, not in data center. Here we have everybody have their own laptops, or maybe office, they will provide the laptops and desktops. From here we will connect to our servers, guys. Okay, so over the network we will connect to our servers. So as I told, development servers, why do we need development mean? Example, now like I want to develop audio calling functionality here. Okay, so I'll develop audio calling functionality in this servers only first. Day to day, like whatever the changes I do, configurations, new code, everything I will develop in this set of servers only. I don't touch this and this initially. Every day, day to day life, your developers, your system admins, application, everybody work on these servers only, guys. They will connect to these servers over the network and they will do the changes required. Example, your management decided to go with audio calling. So they'll start work. Maybe they'll, if you see, before 6 months itself, they will announce it. Hey guys, we are going to launch audio calling functionality in my WhatsApp. Maybe you may have seen some news in the market, newspaper or some TV channels, news channels. So that means they started development, guys. They are in development phase now. Okay, so day to day here only we will develop the product. So once they did the setup here, now once your management is satisfied with the application that WhatsApp audio calling it's working now. Okay, here again they will have the mobiles, guys. Development mobiles will be there. They will install the same application in mobile and they'll test it whether this they are able to do audio calling properly or not. Okay, fine, working fine, verification done. Now they will once management okay, so they will set up the same thing here. No development, already developed. The same thing will launch here. Will set up here also on top of this testing server. Now your tester comes into picture. Your automation tester, Selenium manual tester will be there, right? What they do, they will do test cases here, like how my application working. Maybe is there any security issues in between, anybody like can hack my voice, something like that. Everything the tester will do the test cases based on your product. Okay, so maybe again they may take some time. Then after, if everything good, no security issues, no functionality issues, everything working fine, then once your management approved, the same setup we will do in production. And with that settings, with that server setting, we will release small application, that mobile application into Play Store or App Store. Now customer will download that Play Store and App Store into mobile, or maybe, so you may get, whenever I open a WhatsApp in my mobile, I will get a message, hey Amar, you got a latest update for WhatsApp. So I will download, I will upgrade my application in my mobile. So I will get that audio calling functionality also. So whenever I do audio calling, first will connect to that audio calling where that supported application running, from there to it will. So same again, video calling. First they will follow the same process. First, once audio calling successful, your management again decided to go with video call. So again there will be back end feedback team, guys. So they will do surveys, what customer is expecting, is there any issues. Once they release into the market, there might be so many issues, right? Functionality issues, application issues and all. So keep on, they will do the surveys, they'll get the feedback. So your developer will keep on working on those fixes, plus new developments also. Example, now your management decided to go with video call, again they will announce it in your project. Hey, we are going to start video calling. Again your team do the development. Once after the development, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then after first testing phase, here security checks, performance checks, everything they will do here. Then after will implement in production, then release to the market. And so this is the cycle, guys. Every product should go through this cycle. This is called a software development lifecycle. It doesn't matter, not only WhatsApp, guys. Any project, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, you're getting new functionality, means that application or functionality should go through this process only. This process is called as SDLC, software development lifecycle, guys. Okay, so as I told, real-time environment. What is real-time environment? So for any project, you would have different teams. Okay, so you would have different data centers, development, testing, and production. Development, testing, and production environment. Production servers will be there in your own data center. Okay, so thereafter SDLC stands for, guys, as I told, so every product, every new functionality, they should go through this life cycle only, software development life cycle. There are different phases like this: design, development, testing, thereafter release. So these are the phases in SDLC, guys. Whatever I explained now, let me explain in detail now. Example, audio calling functionality you would like to develop. Already you have some servers in data center. So guys, real time, remember, So each application you will install in separate servers, not in a single server. Server is nothing but operating system. In your data center, hardware will be there. You will install operating systems there only. On top of it, you will install the application. As I told, now audio calling functionality I would like to develop. Your management decided to go with audio calling. So different teams involved here, guys. Application team, dev. It's not DevOps role, guys. Database team, developer, system admin. Okay, so management. Everybody will be involved here. So they will start analyzation, guys, about this product. What is audio calling functionality? How it works? How many days it may take? What supported applications I have to install here? How many new servers I have to set up? Everything they will discuss, guys, in analysis phase. So analysis is nothing but discussions. Okay, so discussions, guys. Now, based on the discussions happen, maybe it may take 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Thereafter, design phase. Your architect, a team lead, will design the exactly like a roadmap, guys. Maybe blueprint. How many new servers I have to build? So in which environment? How many servers? What applications I have to install? Which team is responsible for which task? Everything they will design. It's a blueprint, guys. Exact blueprint of this audio calling functionality. How many days? Exact roadmap. Now your system admin will start working with, again, as I told, in architect, in design phase, you will come to know that how many new servers you required. Server is nothing but operating system, guys. I'll show real-time hardware also. Just a minute. In data center, how the real-time environment I will show you. So guys, this is what. This is how the real-time environment. I mean, your data center. Nobody will be allowed. Only data center engineer. See here, this is server, guys. Here only we'll install the operating systems and over the network, guys. Operating system, and on top of it we'll install applications. No laptops, guys, in real time. Maybe you have the laptop, you will connect to these servers only to work day to day. Your development, your testings, your productions, everything here only, guys. In data center, not in your laptop, guys. In your laptop, just an interface. You are connecting to your data center from your laptops or desktops, and there only you will maintain the data, everything. Okay, so here once maybe as I told, you're in development, first system admin will come into picture. Your system admins will be there, so they will start working with data center engineer. And how many example, I need 10 more servers for this audio calling functionality. So they will launch they will ask data center engineer, so he will launch 10 more servers. We will install 10 more servers, guys, operating systems in your development data center, and install the related application. They will tell you, your, as I told, your SDLC in discussions happen, right? What application they need, everything they will tell you. You will install that data set, that system admin over the network. Okay, so then you will start developments. Now thereafter, once the development completed, here also I need the same servers, guys, right? So I'll set up the same number of servers, 10 servers. I'll set up whatever you did here. No development, already developed. You know the configuration now. All the configuration you will set up here now directly as it is. How once your development completed, whatever the data you have, whatever the configurations you have, everything you will configure here also by connecting to your servers. Settings, application installation, everything. Now your tester start working on your maybe functionality test, security checks, how that my application is working while doing calling, so audio calling. So how it is behaving? Is there any like chances for data hack or maybe call hack, something like that? Once it is done, Now same setup we have to do in production environment also. Already existing servers there, but they are for chatting functionality. Now same setup we will do in production. Finally, once the setup is ready, so we'll release the like mobile application, small mobile applications with these settings, with this all information, release into App Store or Play Store. Now customer will be able to upgrade their application and use this function. Same. Now video calling. One more project start. One more SDLC start. Once audio calling. Same concept again. Analysis, design, development, testing, release. Again, analysis, design, development, testing, release. This is a common practice, guys, in real time. Every project, not only WhatsApp. Okay, so that is called as SDLC, software development lifecycle. Now, what is DevOps? Okay, before that, I can achieve this SDLC in two ways, guys. There are popular methods called as waterfall method and agile method. So let me show you one document for that. What is the difference? So steps, guys, same. This analysis, design, dev, testing, release, steps are same only, but only the difference is, let me show you. There are two methods to achieve this SDLC method, guys. So just a minute, let me show you something.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Yeah, I only visible. Just a minute, let me share back again. So freshers, are you able to understand me? What I
Yes,
am saying? Everybody, whoever whoever came from non-IT background, are able to understand what I am saying?
Yeah, fine, sir.
That's great. If you have any questions, I'll give you time at the end of the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Yeah.
Right.
So guys, here, as I told, SDLC, you can make it in two ways, two methods. Okay? So waterfall method and agile method. What is waterfall method? It's an old method, guys. Waterfall method is old method, not current method. Nobody using waterfall method now. There are some challenges. So example, I have 1 year target, assume that, to develop the WhatsApp functionality. Okay, so I have in mind multiple functionalities, something audio calling, video calling, chatting, everything I have in mind. So we started one project now. So I have my team, development team, testing team, application team. I hired everybody. Data centers also I have now. So I started working on my project now. So as I told, same process only, guys. See, analysis, design, development, testing, production, release. Okay, these are the stages in SDLC. So in waterfall method, we'll start working on all the requirements in one shot, guys. Not one by one. So as I told in current method, one by one we'll go with, right? Waterfall. So WhatsApp, we haven't started with all in one shot. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So guys, this is waterfall method, guys. This is older method, not current method. Currently, no one using waterfall method in any case. I don't think so. So what is waterfall method means? So example, I have one year target, maybe 10 months target. I want to develop WhatsApp with audio calling, video calling, chatting. So what I will do, in one shot, I will gather the requirements, guys. See, 1.5 months I'm taking only for gathering the requirement. So what is WhatsApp? Like audio calling, how many servers you need, video calling, how many servers need, what application I have to, everything I'm gathering one shot. So now your architect will start working on blueprint. How many servers? Based on the discussion, you will create exact roadmap, exact maybe document. Which team is responsible for which task? Who should develop which code? Everything they will design in blueprint. That is called as architecture. So now your development start, your system admin connected to your data, maybe data center engineer, working with him, work with him and set up the servers, install the operating system, install the applications respected. So your developer start working and writing code, your application guys start working on configurations. So that development. So again, see 6 months he is taking around for develop, because huge requirement. Everything in one shot, audio calling, video calling, everything, all the functionalities is setting up. Then testing phase, 1.5 months. So here guys, even though you are testing your functionalities, application, so like maybe any security checks, everything you're testing and releasing into the market, maybe production server, then customer now started using your application. Then only actual thing starts, guys. Here, until unless your product is in market, okay, so they are from different environment, they are from different locations, different mobiles they are using. So actual you start, so your customer may get some issues. So definitely there are chances, guys. Different environment, different location, different networks, different mobiles they are using. Obviously, customer may get different kind of problems. Here, until unless you release into the market, you don't know that what is happening, what are the actual issues they are facing. Even though you tested, like somehow you can manage, you feel everything is working, but once it is in the market, then only the customer may raise some problems. So it's a flop model, guys. Waterfall method is flop model. It won't work out. Nowadays, nobody using waterfall method. Okay, so very difficult also to again to fix those issues and all. So many issues may arise. Now the same method, same SDLC, I can go with agile methodology, guys. What is agile methodology? Here, guys, I will set a goals. So every project, the teams will set self goals. Example, same 1 year target only I have, 10 months target only to develop all these products, all these functionalities. In that case, what I will do, I don't go simultaneously. First, I'll do SDLC only for chatting. First month or maybe first 2 months, it's just example, guys, here. Okay, based on your product, it may take maybe little extra time and all. So first month I'll go with only chatting functionality. I'll complete it. I'll release into the market, guys. First month I'll complete the WhatsApp, maybe first month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it may take. So I'll go with only basic, not all. I'll release to the market. Now backend, your feedback team, they will do the surveys. Play Store, you can give the feedback to your team, guys. Okay, so customer can give the feedback to WhatsApp team. So they will get the feedbacks in backend. So if they fail anything problem with this application and all. So meanwhile, they start working on second application, second functionality, audio calling. Again, SDLC started. Okay, so plus here what they will do in second version, they will start working on new development plus this issues also. Whatever the customer issues, whatever the maybe customer facing, right, those kind of issues also they will consider here. They'll start modifying the existing code. They will develop the existing fixes. They will fix them, and finally this product has this latest version, has this latest functionality plus old fixes also. They will release into the again market. Now in third month they'll start new functionality again. Here again new functionality plus first two fixes also, whatever the fixes still pending, still customer facing, something camera not working while doing video call for some mobiles. It's not because of mobile issue, it's because of application issue. That fixes they will do here. Again fourth, new functionality plus old fixes. If you see guys, while upgrading and all in WhatsApp or somewhere, if you just scroll down in Play Store, you can see that what exactly there in that fix, in that update. What are the new functionality they added, or what are the fixes they did? You can see that guys. Maybe anybody observed that guys? While upgrading your application in mobile application,
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what? Yeah. So they are following Agile methodology, guys. Agile nowadays, Agile methodology only we are following. Nobody following waterfall method. Okay, this is what SDLC. So any doubts in SDLC, guys? Till now, how the real-time project will be? This is how the real-time project, guys. Project is nothing but your servers, your team, different teams involved there. So they do development, testing, production. So freshers, maybe who are from non-IT background, are you clear about what is SDLC? What is how your real-time project will be? Did you understand?
Yes, it's
Yes,
going
sir.
good.
Okay, that's great. So next thing, now what is DevOps? In real time, what is the role of DevOps? That's where I'm coming to. I'm coming to that point only. So maybe if you compare with nowadays and maybe previous projects, previous Agile methodology, as I told, based on your project, example audio calling functionality. So generally, if you, even though you're following Agile methodology, 6 months you are taking, assume that, to develop one functionality. Obviously, WhatsApp, they're not releasing frequently, right, guys? WhatsApp, they're releasing like maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5. They're taking some time for every functionality. Okay, so previous days, guys, what is the problem means? Example, everything is manual process. Example, development, writing code. So, so guys, here, what developer will do day-to-day life? So they will connect to development server over the network. They'll start writing the program. Simple writing the program and saving the program, it won't work out, guys. There are some background tasks also for them. Okay, before that, let me come to this point. Before that, guys, actually, okay, design phase completed. Your architect, maybe audio calling functionality, designing phase completed. Now, what your system admin should do? He should connect to data center engineer. He should talk to him. Again, data center engineer should set up this hardware, guys, for new servers. If it is your own data center, guys, setting up the one hardware, one enclosure. So here 16 servers will be there, guys. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, total 16 servers available in this enclosure. Here, your data center engineer will set up this and will give this setup, give this IP address to you. Each server IP address. You will connect to the over the browser, or some application will be there. You'll connect to that like server. You'll install the operating system. Then from your laptop, you can connect to that operating system. So this is the process. But see how much wiring you need. Again, different teams involved here: data center engineer, network team, storage team, system admin, power team, hardware team. This many teams involved here, guys, to set up your hardware. Huge time taking process. Minimum, again, you can understand, see the wiring. Minimum 10 days it will take to get the hardware itself. In previous days, there is no other alternative, guys. 10-15 years back, there is no alternative. Compulsory, you have to go with your own data center. If I want to maintain my data, my servers, I would manage my own data center. Takes time. Again, more number of people required here. But nowadays, there are some third-party vendors, guys. We used to call them as cloud providers. AWS, Google Cloud, Azure. Have you heard these terminologies, guys? Have you heard these terminologies? AWS, Google.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
what they are doing, guys, they establish the data center across the world. These AWS, Azure establish the data centers, their own data center, and they created easy web application, guys. Okay, now I no need to follow the previous method to launch my servers. Maybe I no need to work with data center engineer. I no need to work with storage admin. I no need to work with a network engineer. Everything they created a very easy web applications. These cloud providers. That is what AWS account. That is what Azure account. One website they created, guys. There simply I can register and log into that website, and I can connect to data center, their data center, and already data center available. I don't need to like work with data center engineer, storage admin, everything in single clicks. In few clicks, I can set up my servers, guys. Hardly within 10-15 minutes, I can finish it off 10, 15, 20 servers, 100 servers also. But in previous days, to do the same thing, 10-15 days it is taking. But as a DevOps admin now, you are working with your cloud provider. Hardly within 10-15 minutes, you are completing your setup, your network setup, your storage, how much you need, everything you will get that. Hardly within 10-15 minutes. That too, only one people can manage all these things. But previously, storage team required, network team, data center engineer, system admin, everybody, guys, mute yourself. Somewhere getting disconnected. It's your responsibility, guys. You should not wait for my input here. Someone, can you please mute yourself? I don't know. Who is he? Nihar? I think it's from your end. Mute yourself. Okay. So previous days, 15 days
বন্ধ
work.
কর
Now
দে
I am doing
নিহার
only one. Okay, Nihar. Yeah, mute yourself. Yeah. Now I am doing only one person, guys. The same work. That too within 15 minutes. Okay, that is one thing. Okay. Now after that, okay, you build your servers. Your developer started working on writing the code. Okay, he written one program today. Guys, everybody mute yourself, guys. Hello, guys. Everybody mute yourself. Getting disturbance somewhere. Nihar, can you
Yes,
please
sir.
mute yourself?
Myself Niharanjan Patra.
Yes, Nihar. Yeah, I'll give you time at the end of the class. Maybe you can mute as of now. Getting some disturbance.
Okay, okay.
Mute yourself.
Mute করে এবে introduction দেন আছে মাগিনি
Okay. So here, okay, developer written some program. Now, guys, again, there are different teams involved. Application team. So they should connect to the same server. They should build an application with that. Even though that is not a completed, maybe not yet completed, they can create an application, guys. Only syntax should be correct. Thereafter, again, there are some set of task configurations related to that application and all. Thereafter, database team, again, they should run some database related tasks related to that application. So like these different teams involved here, and they should configure the application based on this version. It's a routine task, guys. Daily, when developer committed something, when developer written something, immediately your application, he should inform to application team, database team, hey, like I written some program, please go ahead and follow your task. So he will create an application, he will install the application, he will verify that whether how it is application working or not. There are some set of tasks, time based process, manual process. Previously, your application team used to connect to application server, again it's run the commands, and create, install, configure. Again, database also he should connect to the servers, run the queries and all. So everything. So maybe daily 15-20 times they should do the same work. Manual process. So again, that's where DevOps comes into picture, guys. DevOps is not a single tool. DevOps is a culture. It's a set of tools, guys. Number of tools available. So I'll give you the course content after the class also, guys. Can you please everybody ping me in this number, guys? WhatsApp number. Everybody, can you please note down my number? Hello, guys. This is my WhatsApp number. Can you please ping me here in WhatsApp? I have a WhatsApp group, guys. There I will add you so that you will get all like course content. If you have any questions also, you can ping me in the group chat, maybe in privately. So take my number, guys. Quickly, can you please everybody ping me, guys?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Ping me right away. I'm waiting for your input.
Okay, sir. Give.
This is my WhatsApp number, guys. So guys, everybody, I'll give one what I can say. So group link. So please join there in that group so that you'll get updates, guys. I'm posting you right away. So everybody join in that group, guys, so that you will get updates. No need to reply. Just say hi so that I will just join there, guys. Join and confirm me. 4 members, 5 members, 6, 7. Everybody join in that group, guys. I'm pinging you so that you'll get all the updates from my end. Still, I'm waiting for updates, guys. Only few people pinged me. I don't know if you have any problem also, you can tell me, guys. I hope everybody pinged me. I don't know how many people pinged me. Only 13 people pinged me, guys. Remaining also, can you please ping me quickly so that you will get my yes, guys, definitely some guys pinging me like you're from non-IT background or fresher. Yeah, you need little extra quality time you have to spend. Definitely it works. You have to spend more quality time, guys. Maybe if you are from already IT background, you know the basic stuff, or maybe how the real time and all. But if you are from non-IT background, so you have to spend little more time. That's it. Only like so daily 3-4 hours you have to spend, guys. Then only you can get more knowledge. And that too, guys, every day I'll give some set of tasks also. Okay. Again, here tasks are very important, guys. Not again class. Simply listening class won't help you at all, guys. You have to work on my tasks also. Daily basis, I'll give the tasks, guys, for every tool, what we do in real time. Okay, you have to work on those tasks also. Then only you can understand, you can get more knowledge. Minimum 2 years of experience, 3 years experience I can give, guys, with my course. That is, I'm sure. Okay. So yeah, now let's continue, guys. As I told, what is DevOps? It's a culture, guys. DevOps is a culture, set of tools. Okay, so there are number of tools involved here, guys. And what are the advantages, guys? I can do automation, dependency reduce between the teams, time reduce, cost reduction. So these are the advantage of DevOps tools, guys. As I told, if you see in SD while making SDLC to build a new servers, so previously 15 days, but now AWS DevOps admin, he reduced to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, guys. Every time, whenever you need a server, 10 minutes, within 10-15 minutes, you can launch as many as your servers. Again, as I told, once a developer written the code, there are set of different teams involved here. Example, today is a Friday, 3 p.m. So your developer written some program now. Okay, he completed, he finished one program. Now he want to work with application and database team. So I assume that they already left from the office for today. So again, I have to wait for Monday, guys. Until Monday they come to office, I have to wait. I cannot proceed further with the next program because there are some set of tasks which should be done by application and database team. So developer cannot proceed with other tasks. So that is the challenge. More dependency previous days. But now, as I told, there are some set of tools. Example, one of the tool is Jenkins. Here inside my data center, I will build one more server. Here I will install Jenkins application, guys. Okay, one application. Jenkins is one application name. This is DevOps tool. Here I will integrate all these commands, all these applications and all with this server. Now onwards, whenever developer committed some code, written some code here, automatically my Jenkins will come to know that because already I integrated, right? So all these applications also, now it knows it, what to do. Your developer no need to wait for application team and database teams. Already whatever they used to do manually, I written here. Because as a DevOps admin, I should check with them, guys. I don't know anything about application and database. So you have to check with application and database team, what they are doing daily basis, what routine things they are doing. I will add those routine commands and all, routine things and all here. And where they are running, how they are running, everything I will add here. Very intelligent tool, guys. Jenkins is one of the DevOps tool, which is very intelligent tool. Now onwards, once a developer committed, written some code, automatically my Jenkins will do other tasks. No application team, like no involvement here. No dependency. I reduce the dependency. Obviously, machine mode is quality one, guys. And very faster also when compared to manual. Here, no one waiting for no one, others. Time reduced, dependency reduced, cost reduced, obviously. Time you are saving means cost also reducing, guys. Your employees, generally your clients will pay for your IBM and CTS hourly basis, guys. So obviously time also they are saving, the clients. Cost they are saving. So that is the reason, guys. Nowadays, everybody, every organization, they're trying to implement DevOps tools in your project. So DevOps will reduce the project cost, guys, because of the automation. So here, as I told, Jenkins is doing automation, guys. Automatically, whenever something developer written some code here, automatically other tasks doing by Jenkins only, not manually. So automation, guys, without login, you are not involving at all. Once you set up, it's one-time task, guys. DevOps. Once you implement DevOps in your project, it will be again automated. Whatever the routine task, everything will be automated, guys. So that is the reason nowadays cost cutting is more important for any project. That's the reason everybody talking about production, this DevOps only, guys. That is the reason in the market also now, like that many huge position, everybody trying to include DevOps in their project. 6 months project, I can make it within 3 months. Example, audio calling functionality. So generally, if you go with a normal project, it may take 1 year. Assume that. The same project, same development, if I go with a DevOps, I'll make it within 6 months. That too with less people, less number of. Now application team, database team work reduced, right? I don't need 10 people or 20 people. Previously, 10, 15 people required for each team based on a product. Now hardly half of the people is enough. Because my Jenkins, my automation, my DevOps tools making like reduce the work burden. So this is the advantage of DevOps, guys. That is the reason everybody talking about DevOps. Did you understand, guys? What is the use of DevOps? What is normal project? If you implement
Yes, sir.
DevOps, what will happen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Now, what is prerequisite to start with my course, or maybe to start with DevOps? So Linux is compulsory, guys. Linux is an operating system, similar to your Windows. Linux knowledge is compulsory. Everybody should have the Linux knowledge without fail. So I'm going to start with Linux only, guys, not with DevOps first. Same time, Linux for 1 week or 10 days, it will be Linux class only. Then only you will start with the Linux, guys, with the DevOps. Okay, first 1 week I am going to start with Linux only, and you guys here compulsory minimum 4 to 5 hours practice required, guys, daily. Okay, not only class topics. Daily I will give some tasks also. Once you are from every tool, I will give minimum 30 to 50 tasks, guys. Those are from real-time projects. Day-to-day life, what DevOps admin do, right? Those kind of questions or tasks only I will give it to you. You have to work on those tasks. Class, nothing, guys. Hardly 30% class topics are. 70% based on your task only. If you are able to make your task, then only you can survive in as a DevOps admin also, guys. Tasks are compulsory. Yeah, minimum. How much comfortable with Linux? That much you will be comfortable with DevOps. So I'm going to show you minimum things. Compulsory, whatever you need, those things and all. I'm going to show you. But day-to-day life, you should do some R&D. I'll give some set of questions and all. So in DevOps also you will get so many Linux commands and all. But always, okay. So whatever we are discussing in class, whatever I'm giving task, you should make it. Then it is enough. Okay, yeah, tasks are very important, guys. These are tasks from real-time projects. It doesn't matter, guys, you are from non-IT background, you are from IT background, you are a fresher, but fresher may have less opportunities when compared to like experience, guys. You should have some maybe patience to get a job, but meanwhile you can learn the things. Okay, and here this is a compulsory, guys. As of now, initially basic is enough, but later you should improve your Linux skill set. So day-to-day life, that's what. Once DevOps started also, you'll get so many Linux things. Okay, so you should improve the Linux skill set, guys, first. Initially, before start, I'll give basic information, what you need compulsory and all. but day-to-day life also you should improve. That's what I'm saying. What I am going to provide. So guys, so I have a Google Drive with a huge notes, setup documents, next resumes, next interview questions, tasks. So these are the things I'm going to provide guys to you. Everybody, you have to utilize this. Okay. So next timings part, guys. Timings, as I told, first 1 week Linux, guys. 8:30 a.m. IST, same time only. So later I have 2 batches, guys, for DevOps. Okay. So all are Indian timings only, guys. Make sure that you follow it properly. 7 p.m. IST. So 2 batches I have for DevOps, guys. Once Linux completed, okay, I have 2 batches. 7:15 a.m. IST and 7 p.m. IST. So you should follow one of the batch. You can, it's your wish, guys. You can make it morning batch or evening batch. You can later also change it if at all you want to change later point of time also you can change it. It's completely your wish, guys. So this is how it works, timing part. Okay, so again, and guys, tomorrow class I am going to show you how to set up Linux operating system, how to create it. As I told, like we need a cloud account, guys. Here we are going with AWS account. In tomorrow class, I will show you how to set up your AWS account. Okay, and how to install Linux on top of that AWS account operating system. How you will connect from your laptop, and all we'll discuss in tomorrow class. So tomorrow also demo only. So after that you can decide and start enrolling, guys. You have to pay for after the 2 days class to continue in next classes. Okay, so that is how our class works, guys. So any doubts till now, guys? Any question?
Sir, tomorrow which time the demo class is?
Same 8:30 until Linux completed, same timings, guys. There is no change at all.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Until the Linux completed, same timing, 8:30 a.m. IST only. But DevOps, these 2 timings after Linux completed. Got it?
So for DevOps only Linux is required, or else required any scripting knowledge?
Any scripting also required. I am going to provide scripting also later.
Which one, sir?
Shell scripting.
Okay. It's a Linux and shell scripting is enough, sir.
As of now. Again, definitely there are so many things to learn, guys. Again, Python also, it's not mandatory, but additional advantage. If you go with a Python also, it's a definitely additional advantage, guys. If you have
You mean
multiple
initially? Okay, initially we required Linux and shell script.
exactly. Again, shell
To get
scripting
it,
is not prerequisite. Prerequisite different, additional is different. Yes or no? To learn
yes.
DevOps, I don't need shell script.
Okay.
But
I'm
once you learn
asking.
DevOps,
Okay. Okay. Fine. Tell me.
yeah. So once a DevOps, like maybe while learning, if you have Linux shell scripting or maybe Python, it's an additional advantage for you.
You mean to get a job means Linux is enough?
Initially, no. I'm saying that to learn DevOps, I'm saying to get a job again and again, compulsory. Nowadays, everybody is asking shell script or Python. One of the thing.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I'm going to cover shell scripting.
So in DevOps, how many tools are going to provide?
That's what. If you join in my WhatsApp group, I'll send a course content.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it
All the
required to
tools.
learn all the DevOps tools, or require 4 or 5 tools?
No, all the DevOps tools you have to. So that's what majorly commonly used tools. So I'm going to cover like around 10 tools will be there. I'm going to cover all those 10 tools. Mandatory tools. There are so many other tools in DevOps, but it's based once if you have these tools, definitely you will get a good opportunities. But you should spend. I'm sorry, just a minute. You should spend quality time.
Coming to AWS, how many servers are you can cover?
Around 10-15 services. That also I'm going to provide in course content. If you ping me in group, okay, every day recordings will be provided, and every day course content also I will provide there itself. Okay.
Okay, how much cost, sir?
I'm sorry.
Coming to the fees, how much cost
You
for
can
this
talk
course?
to these people. You can call to these people, guys. These are the Durgas of numbers. Can you please take a
Okay, sir.
snapshot, guys? Everybody. Can you please take a number? Take these numbers. You can call them, guys, for fees and all.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
As I have told, I'm the Java developer. As you told that companies require shell scripting and Python. Linux shell scripting that is very good, but Python I don't want to switch to Python. So is the course will good for me?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, like so as I told, there are so many competitors. Shell script and Python will do the same thing. So I'm covering shell
Okay.
scripting because for Linux, shell scripting is good actually. Is easy also.
Okay.
If you are comfortable with Linux, shell scripting is very easy. That's where I'm covering this Linux shell scripting. But if at all, maybe in your project you may have different requirement, Python requirement, then you need to learn Python also, guys. Day-to-day life, simply so example, now you are learning 10 tools. If you stick to only
Yeah.
these 10 tools, definitely it won't work out to you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Day-to-day life,
That's
IT is growing. Different tools coming into picture. Based on your
yes.
project, based on your maybe next career growth, you should learn more other tools also, guys. Simply don't stick
Yeah.
with these tools. Okay, if you have time, enough
Uh,
time and all, work with other tools also. Definitely it's beneficial for you, right? You'll get good
I got it.
opportunities. Yeah. So anything else, guys? Did you understand today's class? What is DevOps? What is normal project? Are you clear about that, guys? Any other doubts?
Sir, you will teach Linux from basic to
Yes.
shell script towards shell scripting.
Exactly. Shell scripting later, that is not prerequisite. Only Linux is
Okay.
prerequisite. So basic only. From basic, like how
Okay.
you will start, how you will install, what is Linux, everything I will cover. First 1 week, 10 days, it will be Linux only.
Okay.
Okay.
Then after that, DevOps.
Exactly.
We will implement DevOps on AWS
Exactly.
cloud platform.
Exactly.
I think every DevOps is means Azure, Salesforce. All of their DevOps is same.
Almost. If you understand AWS, definitely with less efforts, you can start working on Azure and Google Cloud also. Because logic is
Okay.
same.
Okay.
Maybe terminology is different.
Okay.
But AWS is good, like very easy to understand when compared to Azure. Azure is little difficult. Initially,
Okay.
direct. So if anybody wants to go with Azure also, don't go directly Azure, guys. First, learn AWS good, so well. Then after go to Azure. Then you can understand very quickly. Okay. Yeah. I think it's enough for today, guys. As I told, if you have any questions also, you can ping me in the chat, or else you can ask me in tomorrow class, guys. Tomorrow
Okay,
also
sir.
same 8:30 a.m. IST, same link, guys. You no need to wait for other link. until the next update, same link only. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Near Kali Aure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.